It was a sunny afternoon when I, Sarah, the host of Animated Betrayal Tales, sat down in my cozy home studio, ready to record a new episode for our YouTube channel. The lights were set, the microphone was hot, and I had a story that was burning a hole in my heart. Today's video was going to be special, a fan reaction compilation about a 74-year-old woman named Grace who turned her life upside down after her family's cruel betrayal. I adjusted my headset, took a sip of coffee, and hit record. Hey, tale tellers! Welcome back to Animated Betrayal Tales. I'm Sarah, and today we've got a story that'll break your heart, make you angry, and then lift you up like nothing else. It's about a grandma named Grace who gave everything to her family, only to be humiliated on Mother's Day. But trust me, her comeback is legendary. Stick around because we're diving into her story, and I'll be reacting to some of your comments. Well, fictional ones for now, but they're based on the kind of fire you guys always bring to our community. Let's get into it. I leaned into the mic, letting my voice carry the weight of Grace's story. Picture this. It's Mother's Day and Grace, a 74-year-old widow, walks into her daughter Danielle's house wearing her favorite green dress, carrying flowers and treats for her grandkids. She's all smiles, ready to celebrate. Her grandkids run to her, shouting, "Grandma Grace!" And for a moment, everything feels perfect. But then, her daughter hands her a pink card with little flower drawings, saying, "Read it out loud, Mom, it's from all of us." Grace opens it, her hands trembling with excitement, and starts reading. "Roses are red, violets are blue. You're a heavy burden. No one wants you here." The room goes silent for 3 agonizing seconds. Then her son-in-law, Michael, bursts out laughing. Danielle joins in, and even the kids giggle. Grace's heart shatters as tears roll down her face. They call it a joke, but then they suggest she move to a senior living community because she's too present. Can you believe that? I paused, shaking my head for the camera. Tale tellers, I'm already fuming, but let's read our first viewer comment. This one's from Angry Mama 42. OMG Sarah, this is disgusting. How do you treat your own mom like that? I'd be out the door in a heartbeat if my kids pulled this. Oh, Angry Mama, I'm with you. This wasn't just a prank. It was cruel. Grace gave her whole life to this family. Let me break it down for you guys. I leaned closer, letting the story unfold like a movie. Grace was 29 when Danielle's dad abandoned them, leaving just a note. "I can't do this life. Sorry." She raised Danielle alone, working double shifts at a textile mill. Her hands calloused from sewing uniforms late at night. She sold her mom's jewelry to pay for Danielle's nursing degree, worked weekends cleaning offices, and never complained. When Danielle graduated, Grace cried with pride. She paid half of Danielle's wedding, $12,000 from her savings. When they bought their house, Grace gave them $25,000 for the down payment. When the grandkids came, she was their free babysitter, walking 6 blocks every morning to care for them. She even gave them $500 a month when Michael lost his job. Tale tellers, this woman was a saint. I glanced at my script, ready to pivot to the next comment. Here's what Justice for Seniors had to say. Sarah, this story is breaking my heart. Grace deserved so much better. I hope she made them regret it. Oh, Justice for Seniors, just wait. Grace's story doesn't end with tears. But first, let's talk about how things got worse. I took a deep breath, letting the betrayal sink in. Over time, Danielle and Michael started treating Grace like an inconvenience. They'd snap at her for suggesting the kids see a doctor or for mixing up vitamins. They stopped inviting her to family events like Michael's birthday dinner with 20 guests. Grace found out by accident from her grandkid. When she got the flu with a 102-degree fever, she called Danielle for help, and her daughter said, "Mom, you're not a little girl. You can't expect us to come running." A neighbor brought her soup while her own family didn't even check on her. And then, 3 months before Mother's Day, Grace overheard Michael on the phone, saying they were looking for a proper place to move her, like she was old furniture. I slammed my hand on the desk for emphasis. Tale tellers, I'm heated. Let's see what Grandma Power 99 thinks. Sarah, this family used Grace like an ATM. I'm 68 and if my kids tried this, they'd be cut off so fast. Grandma power, you're preaching. And guess what? Grace did exactly that. That Mother's Day card was her wake-up call. She went home, sat in her favorite armchair, the one she nursed Danielle in 45 years ago, and looked through her bank documents. Here's the twist. Grace wasn't broke. She had a secret. Her mom left her a beachfront condo in Nassau, Bahamas, rented out for decades, plus investments from her Aunt Lucille. In total, almost $400,000. Her family thought she was living off Social Security, but she'd been funding their lives out of love, not necessity. She calculated she gave them $67,000 over 5 years. Down payments, wedding costs, car repairs, kitchen remodels, all while they treated her like a burden. I grinned at the camera, building the anticipation. Here's a comment from Self-Love Vibes. Sarah, I'm living for Grace's comeback. Tell me she didn't let them get away with this. Oh, Self-Love Vibes, she didn't. Grace made the hardest decision of her life. She canceled the $500 monthly transfers, closed their joint account, and changed her will. Everything she'd left to Danielle and Michael now goes to a foundation for abandoned seniors. She set up a trust for her grandkids, but they can only access it at 25 if they maintain genuine contact with her. Then, she bought a first-class ticket to Nassau to live in her condo. But before she left, she wrote 2 letters that are pure fire. I held up mock letters for the camera. To Danielle she wrote, I'm moving to Nassau to live in a property you didn't know I had. I've cut all financial support. You saw me as a maid and a bank, not a mother. If you want me back, prove you value me. To Michael, you called me a burden, but I funded your life. I have investments you can't imagine. Stand on your own 2 feet now. I leaned back, beaming. Tale tellers, Grace didn't just walk away. She sprinted to her new life. She put on her best gray suit, handled her finances like a boss, and flew to Nassau to start fresh. Let's read one more comment from Freedom Fanatic. Sarah, Grace is my hero. This is why we need to teach people how to treat us. Subscribed for more stories like this. Freedom Fanatic, you're so right. Grace learned at 74 that you teach people how to treat you by what you accept. She stopped accepting crumbs and chose freedom. That's the kind of energy we're building here at Animated Betrayal Tales. A community about self-respect and standing up for yourself. I wrapped up with a call to action. Tale tellers, what do you think of Grace's story? Would you have cut off the family or tried to talk it out? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's keep this community growing. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more stories of betrayal and triumph. We're at 50,000 subscribers, and I want to see 100,000 by next month because of stories like Grace's. Until next time, stay strong, value yourself, and keep telling your truth. This is Sarah, signing off from Animated Betrayal Tales. I stopped recording, feeling a rush of adrenaline. Grace's story wasn't just a tale of revenge. It was a lesson in self-worth that our viewers would eat up. I knew the animations of her reading the card, writing the letters, and boarding that plane would hit hard. Our community was all about turning pain into power, and Grace was the perfect example. As I edited the video, adding dramatic music and animated tears, I couldn't wait to see the comments roll in, knowing they'd echo the same fire I felt telling her story.